is Lacey, your Las Vegas gal. I'm here with my very amazing friend, Mark Witte from the Witte team.
Hello.
In California. I'm in California right now. I don't get
sacrilegious.
I don't get out of Vegas very often, and it is a little sacrilegious. I hope you know this. Like, people watching my channel are either currently living here saying, can't get ready to get out, oh my God, or they're sad that they're leaving, which is something we're going to talk about today, actually. But more than ever, they're watching me and they're now getting to meet you, Mark, and that's what I'm excited about.
I'm so excited and honored to have an opportunity to meet all of you guys out there, and I couldn't be more grateful to have her out here in California. I know it's stepping outside the norm, but thanks for coming.
You know, I'm a desert girl, although that ocean view from your house is, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit legit. I'm actually really sad about it. But let's talk though, for sure, because I know that you and I, and this is why Mark and I have collaborated, connected, partnered, whatever you want to call what we're doing. We really want to make sure that our buyers and sellers in both California and Nevada are represented from people who we can trust and who we know are gonna put their arms around them and make sure that everything goes smoothly. So it was really difficult for me to finalize who I was gonna be able to kind of partner up with until I met this guy. And then it was like, oh, forget it. Like, we're good. Like, I don't have to worry. Because you run your team and your business very, very much like I do. You know, you're very, very focused on kindness as a business model and customer service first. And I know a lot of people say that, but we all know that it's not always the action that takes place.
You just got to do the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, and kindness as a business model is something that's important for myself and our team. You know, at all costs, we want to make sure that the people that we deal with are taken care of.
Yeah, and we've shot a couple videos while we're here this week, which is super fun, and I love it because it gives me a chance to really get to know people on camera, which is a different experience than off. But what I've talked about in some of the stuff that we've been producing together is that, you know, I've had a preconceived notion about California realtors forever because of all the TV shows that are out there, HGTV, Bravo, all of those. Like, they really do paint a picture of, I'm certain, a certain sub-level of, or not even sub-level, level, version, demographic within your industry.
Culture of real estate agent.
God, see, you're so much better at this than me.
No,
but tell me truly, like, what's it like being in business, in this real estate business that we're in a crazy pandemic that we're experiencing, with that kind of expectation out there?
Yeah, first and foremost, a little fun fact. I grew up in Nevada, so I'm actually a Nevada boy at
What?
heart.
Now you know what was the real reason I called him and called him on the channel.
I grew up in Lake Tahoe, Nevada, on the Nevada side, so I've been in both states, Nevada and California. I have my roots in Nevada, so for all you Nevada people watching this, that's where my home is.
He's homegrown, baby. It's all that matters.
Basically, yeah. You know, both states have its advantages. Obviously, I do know that there is a boatload of people moving out of California to move to Nevada.
Right.
Price points are a little bit more kind on the pocketbook. But what California has to offer is you have everywhere from the desert to the beaches to the mountains. You have so much to offer.
Yeah.
And, you know, the price points also range dramatically.
Yeah, I think that's another big misconception is, in order to live in California, you have to be a multimillionaire. Now, no, that's not the case. You do have to have a little bit of a higher income, but when you live in California, that's what comes with living in California typically, right? If you're doing it the right way, your job will pay for you to live here, right?
That's usually right. I mean, your job will usually raise your salary or whatever it might be to be able to fit in the city that you're living in.
Right.
You know, in Orange County, the average median home price is about $800,000. If you go more towards the coast, obviously things go up exponentially. Right. You know, you could be on one street that the house is 1.5, and then one street over it's 50 million. So it really, from little street to street, it can be a really big dramatic difference.
And I think that's so important that you're so familiar with the area too. And that's one thing that we lean into with the Cerrone Group at our team. It's, you know, we are experts of the area. It's so important. You know, so many people get into real estate, they've never done it, and that's fine, you've never done it obviously, but they've never lived past the 5-mile radius around their house. And while that's wonderful, that's not going to help your clients, right? Like, you're really big about, with you and your team, that you know those areas. You guys really dig in. You want to be the experts, you want to be the mayor, so that the people who are moving here or moving into these areas are immediately turnkey, right?
That's what we want to do. I mean, so I cover personally Laguna Beach and Dana Point. We've done some deals elsewhere, but my team does cover all of Orange County.
That's great.
We've had some tremendous success over the years with some different communities.
Right.
And what we try to do is, if you're coming in and you want to move to Costa Mesa or you want to move to Santa Ana, that we're going to match you up with the agent that has the most local knowledge, because that's very important.
that's important to what we're doing too as well. A lot of people who watch our channel are, I want Lacey, I only want Lacey, which is, thank you, I love you, I want you too, but I'm not always the best person to assign for you. You know, essentially sometimes there's someone who's we have a guy on our team who's really into vintage Vegas homes. I love them. I don't know enough about them to be the expert, right?
Yeah.
So if someone's really keen on buying a vintage Vegas home, we line them up with our guy. We make sure that I'm involved on the back end, and I make sure that, you know, everything is done correctly, and they do get to be a part of what we do. We meet, but the reality is we need to make sure that you're buying your house appropriately, that you're paying for it appropriately, that you're negotiating it appropriately, and sometimes that doesn't come in the form of you or me.
I think it's really important that we're not here to sell you anything.
Yeah.
We're actually here to advise you on what's best for you and your family. This could be the biggest purchase of your life. And so, like, to your point, vintage homes, like although I live in this pocket of this neighborhood in Laguna Beach, I have someone on my team that focuses on the mega mansions, like the 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 million mansions. Right. Although, you know, I'm working on that deal behind the scenes. I'm going to match you with that person because they have more knowledge in that community than I do.
Yeah, I think I'm glad that we talked about that. I don't cover that as much on my channel just because, I don't know, I just feel like I want to get right to the point, but it is really important when you're working with a team, especially like Mark and I are building, we're personally hand delivering our version of the expectation for that kind of experience, right? And it may not be the same experience as someone else who calls. So it's really, I think it's super important, and I probably need to talk about that more. I'm going to do that a little bit more often. Thanks, Mark. But let's talk about California versus with really Las Vegas or Nevada, because even Northern Nevada is really booming right now.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you in my sleep all day why people should move away from California to Nevada, because it's such a big part of what we do and why we love our state. But you know, you're in the reverse seat. So tell me, why would, P.S. there are still people moving to California. Many of them are my clients. Many of them are selling their homes in Vegas and moving to California for whatever reason. But many of them are saying, why not take advantage of this amazing time where I still do have a job or I'm self-employed or whatever. There are rates that are lower than they've ever been, so I can get more for my money in a big, big way and finally live that dream life they've always wanted to live. Usually the clients that I'm working with that are in that mode are, you know, later in life and they're retiring or their kids are moved out or they've started a business or sold a business or whatever, and they now have the ability to come to this beautiful beach city or somewhere around there and live. But what kind of buyers are you seeing come through, and why would they want to move here?
Well, Orange County in particular, it's all to do with the beach.
Yeah.
The beach is a huge, huge bonus here. They call this the California Riviera for a reason.
Yeah.
This is a world-class destination. It has some of the best beaches, some of the best surfing, swimming, outdoors, golf, tennis. So it's really a lifestyle situation here.
Right.
Obviously, there's still a lot of corporations that are housed in this area.
Yes.
So if you're moving out here, trust me, you're gonna have a great time. If you're a foodie, some of the best restaurants of my life. I don't know about you, but I love coffee. I will search the world for some of the best coffee shops. I have a coffee shop called Laguna Beach Coffee that I'll go to almost like religiously.
Yeah.
Because it makes me happy. So if it's really a lifestyle thing, if it's a food thing, if it's a sport thing, you really have a little bit of everything. And let's just be honest, it's 78 degrees and sunny every single day.
Yeah, that's hard to come. That's what I would have led with. I'm not gonna lie with you. I lead with, we have 300 days of sunshine per year, because we do, but I don't really tread very heavily on some of those days of sunshine are 118 degrees. It's a dry heat, right?
Yeah.
I do know how to manage it. I do love my city, but you don't have any of that to overcome. Like, lead with the weather, my friend. Holy crap.
The weather is insanely beautiful. I actually will travel away to see the seasons sometimes.
Right.
So, you know, we do get the seasons here, you know, but not as much as where you guys are at. You get some extremes.
Right.
You know, Lake Tahoe, where I'm from, actually absolutely has that. So, and that's just really a dichotomy, right? Laguna Beach or South Lake Tahoe, California, that's what California has to offer.
Yeah.
Some of the best skiing in the world, and some of the best surfing in the world. And you can ski and surf on the same day in California.
Yeah. Well, listen, you can't surf in Vegas on the same day, but you can still ski and go hiking on the same day. So, don't leave Vegas soon. No, I'm just kidding. No, truly though, I do love hearing other people sell where they live. You know, and there is something about being super passionate about where you live, and it's not because you're a salesperson. It's not because this is what you do for a living. This has nothing to do with that. It's in you. You can tell that you're passionate about where you live. You're passionate about the street you live on. You're passionate about your neighbors. The pizza shop down the corner that we've ordered from twice in less than 24 hours because it's that freaking good, right?
Yeah,
it's like
amazing,
right?
I think, for me personally, I've lived in a lot of different spots in my life, and I guess the sense of community is really the first time in my life that the street that I bought on here was really fortunate that they've welcomed me as a member of their extended family. So
Right.
I'm best friends with almost everybody around my house.
That makes a massive difference.
And it warms the heart, really, because, you know, at the first, living somewhere else, no one really cares to say hi to you, be a part of their life.
Yeah.
You know, being an extended family, especially during COVID,
Right.
we've all sort of banded together and we've been there for each other.
That's really special, actually. And I can say that the Las Vegas, it's always about comparison, right? The Las Vegas community has definitely done a bit of that as well. But I will say that I've not felt a complete sense of that yet in terms of like the neighbors, right? Our neighbors are all looking out for each other, and I hope anybody else living in Vegas is experiencing that. But that's a really special thing, especially in a community, again, being an outsider, looking at a community that seems to have a different vibe about it. It's very much how things look. And, you know, being a Las Vegas person, I wouldn't know. It's nice to walk in here and realize, no, it's not all of what you think. It's not TV and movies. This is truly just people. It doesn't matter if they're spending $1 million or $5 million or $50 million on a house. They're still just people who have hearts and families and lives and emotions and all that. So
there's all the families around here. I say that one of the things that is a common thread on our lives is how grateful that we are to live in Laguna Beach. I actually took that for granted when I first moved here. And, you know, I quickly realized how grateful and that I'm able to have the opportunity to live here.
Yeah.
And the neighbors, we all sort of have that sense, like, we
gratitude.
get to wake up full of gratitude, like that we get to be here. You know, I was just, my neighbor just got a new dog. I'm like, that's one lucky dog.
Oh, you're right. Gets to live on the freaking beach. Like, where did they rescue this dog from? They need to follow
They
this
let us
story.
to rescue, and we're like,
It's
that's
amazing.
a lucky dog.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it. I'm grateful as well, just that I have the opportunity now to connect with people like you who see this industry like I do, who see the need within our industry of serving people the right way, and people like you who also have that level of gratitude and passion for where you live. I'll duel it out with you, Vegas versus Laguna, all day, every day. Pretty sure Laguna with that beach is gonna topple me at any given time. But I will say that, you know, it's so cool because I do know that there's going to be opportunity for us to share clientele, right? Whether you're in Las Vegas right now, or you're thinking about moving to Vegas, or you're in Northern California or Southern, or frankly somewhere else, you've probably dreamed of living in one of the cities that we live in currently. And you might actually already live there and be having to make or choosing to make a move. So we've decided to team up and kind of bring you different types of videos like this that help you just understand there are people in both areas to help you out. They like each other, they know each other, they work together. So if you're thinking of moving to Vegas from California, frankly anywhere in California, call my buddy Mark here. He and his team can help you get your house listed. They can help you get the most money for it possible. It's a crazy market right now. A lot of low inventory stuff happening, a lot of wheeling and dealing going on. You want to make sure you're buying into someone who you can trust. And then on the reverse, if you're moving to Vegas, you know that me and my team are going to be there to help you and help you do Vegas the right way. But then in reverse, if you are anywhere in the country and you're considering finally stepping into that life that you've always wanted to live, you're retiring, you're selling a business, you got a raise, you got a promotion, whatever that looks like, and Southern California, frankly, anywhere in California is what you're thinking to buy, this is my guy. He also has a team of people that work around the nation like I do. So please, if you ever need anything, we're the two people that would love to be your resources. What do you think?
I would absolutely be so grateful.
So if you're looking for a beach, call him. If you're looking for the desert and some neon and maybe a showgirl or two, call me, right? Right? That's the way to think about it, right?
Absolutely.
Sorry, you're far more than a beach, but that beach is pretty freaking powerful.
That's
you have to ask me. Right?
100%.
I don't know. I'm making him agree with me before we finish this video because otherwise then I'm screwed, right? But at the end of the day, we're here to help you, I think is the bottom line. I'm stoked about what's going on in California. I'm really excited about what's happening in Vegas because I do think it's very symbiotic.
Yeah.
I've got clients that are selling houses with Mark, and I've got clients that are buying houses with me, and then also in the reverse. So it's just super exciting that we have such a nice trade-off here.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
Me too.
At the end of the day, I couldn't be more grateful for you.
Thank you.
And your team. And anything that we can do to help people that are in that transition from California to Nevada. She's certainly your girl. You guys already know that. You're a community.
Las Vegas gal, right?
I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to earn some of the business that's coming in this way. And I'll make sure I'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Yeah, Mark and his team are amazing. And trust me, I check. I do my due diligence. I don't mention someone on this channel unless I really, really love them and believe them. This guy is the real deal. So let me know how we can help you. There are links below galore. You know that, and I know that, right? We do a lot of links in our videos.
Thanks.
We are going to pin a link to the comments for this video so you can get in touch with me or Mark any given time. Click that link. Either one of us is going to see that come through, and we're going to make sure that we get back to you. The goal is not to sell you a house. The goal is not to sell you, frankly, anything. The goal is to just be there as a resource so you get all the answers you need.
An advisor. We're not here to sell anything.
Not here to sell any dang thing at all.
That's right.
I'm stoked about 2021. Are you?
I am so happy it's 2021. Are you kidding me? I hope everyone else is too. Like, that was a big year for so many different reasons. And I'm happy to be alive, actually.
Yes.
The very basics, right?
Right.
I'm to be alive, I'm breathing, I have my health. And 2021, I do wish everybody a very prosperous and healthy year ahead.
Yeah, me too. Let's do cheers to 2021. My take on the we're gonna do
Cheers.
cheers. Oh look, Swarovski empty, but we'll figure that out later.
We'll figure that out later, I'm sure.
Cheers
we'll
to 2021, my friend, to new partnerships, new friendships, and to serving you the right way. Whether you're moving from Alaska, from Egypt, from California, or Nevada, we want to hear from you. We want to help make sure you get the answers that you need. So on an empty cheers, my friend, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again.